You know, this is a great tool when you know how to use it, and it can do a variety of different things. If it's sharp and if it's well made, you can slice like a pro if you've got, 5 or 10 years to learn how to use it. But for most people, it's very difficult, and trying to get consistent, even slices with a knife is not only challenging, but it can also be very, very dangerous because you have to know how to use a knife. The mandolin slicers we're offering today are amazing. First of all, I only have 1,600 and they're going to go fast. This is going to enable you to slice and dice a variety of fruits and vegetables in a matter of seconds. Has a built-in juicer in the safety handle as well. This is one of those things that every chef knows about, every chef uses, but most people at home don't know how to use it. Well, this makes it easy with the squeezer guard, as I said, because it's easy to hold. The blades actually adjust to you. You don't have to pop blades in and out, which can be very dangerous, but so simple to use. It's brand new. This is the only airing we're going to have it in. It comes in turquoise, it comes in orange, comes in blue. John Florell is going to come out and show you how simple and easy this is to use. Good to see you, buddy.
How are you?
I'm good, pal. You know, restaurant people have known about these for years. There's a big, giant stainless steel one that's about $149. A beautiful machine.
That's one of the cheap ones.
That's one of the cheap ones, right? Because it's a French machine, basically where the word mandolin comes from. But it's a slicing machine. And when you see this thing start to work, you will be amazed. You'll never grab your knife again other than to maybe take a core out of something.
Right. Yeah. See, all you do is move your vegetable up and down across the tray. The blade does all the work for you. Your fingers are protected with this little finger protector, the safety holder, and you waste no food. This is all that's left of that tomato. But I want you to look at these slices, guys. They're all perfect and uniform. With a knife, you get one thick slice, then one thin slice, then one finger slice. Well, with this machine, with the safety holder, you can't cut yourself. Here's how easy it is again. I'll show you with an apple this time. And it's all adjustable. So if this slice is too thick, maybe you want a thinner slice, right here on the side, you'll see this little knob. And there's numbers here, okay? So all you do is move it up a couple of notches. There's 8 different slicing positions. So now you can slice apples for apple pie or for baking. You can do apples for apple salad, for a quick afternoon snack for the kids. And every slice comes out perfect and uniform. For dehydrating, they'll all dehydrate at the same time.
And that's what's left over, just the part that you don't want to eat.
Right.
And really, look at these slices. I mean, if you were, dehydrating some apples, or if you wanted to make a pie, think about how simple this. You'll never get this consistency with a knife. You will never get these perfect slices. That's why this is always, whenever we've had a mandolin slicer, it's been so popular. This one, to me, is the best and the greatest. It's all dishwasher safe.
Right.
The lid, which is a safety thing for your fingers, which is so brilliant, is also a citrus juicer, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But you just did a cucumber.
Look at that.
Look at that.
You got a hot poker game? You can't lose with the chips I use. Look, they're all the same thickness. Perfect for bread and butter pickles or for cucumber and onion salad. Speaking of onions, Guy, if this is the only thing you ever use this mandolin for, just for slicing or dicing onions, it's worth its weight in gold. Look, no more tears. The job's done so fast, you don't even have time to cry.
Wow.
But perfect for sauteed peppers and onions, steak and onions.
I got a rotor fryer coming up. I want to make onion rings. Look at those.
They're perfect and uniform. For a backyard barbecued hamburger, you can't beat the way it slices onions. But watch, here's something too. Now, if take a head of cabbage, cut it in half. That way it's easy to hang on to. If it's a large head, you can quarter it down. But I tell you what, if you have company coming over that you invited, take those dirty dead leaves off. Throw that away. If you didn't invite them, you can leave them on.
Yeah, exactly. Watch this now,
listen, my friends show up, all they know is where's the beer, when to eat, and pass the remote control.
All right.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
For fast shredded cabbage coleslaw that'll melt right into your mouth.
Holy
that comes out, look at that. That's more like shredded meat. And the mounds of coleslaw that you can do in seconds. Look at that.
And people are buying this stuff in a bag for $3 or $4 a bag to have it pre-done. You can do this yourself. Use express ordering. We're very busy. This is brand new, and it's the only airing that you're going to see this in. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface, because now you're going to do juliennes, right?
Well, here's the difference. You see, cabbage grows in leaves or layers. Onions grow in rings. Anything that grows in rings or layers will automatically chop. So if you don't like your coleslaw long and stringy, maybe you'd rather have it deli style. Look at that. Deli-style coleslaw in seconds. And you know, if this is the only thing you ever use it for, just for mincing onions, hey, listen, I think it's worth it just for the onion alone.
Look at that.
Here's a little trick. Because onions grow in rings, each time you go up, give it a quarter turn before you go back down. Come up, quarter turn down. That way it crisscrosses those cuts. And I want you to look at this. There's not a hump, a lump, or a bump.
Wow.
You get a perfect minced onion in seconds. Now, here's the, by the way, how much time would this take to chop? if all you have is a chef's knife in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now, chef's knives have their place in the kitchen, but I'll tell you what, if you want to save time, come the holidays when you're making your homemade stuffing for soups and stews.
Look at that.
And, you know, the different angles give you different cuts, too. So if you don't want your celery chopped like this or minced nice and fine, maybe you want bigger pieces, you can adjust the machine to do that. But different angles will give you different cuts, too. So for your stir fries, you want celery spears for your stir fries? There's your celery spears. Just run it through on an angle like that.
I'm thinking all the platters, you know, that you could make. Think about this throughout the summer. I mean, we're here in July. You got all of July, all of August, September. Right. You can do those huge deli platters. You can make those big hoagie sandwiches. You can do bread and butter pickles. You can make the best French fries you've ever tasted. I'm telling you, this machine is brilliant.
Look at this. Look at this.
This is a tough job for anybody to do with a knife. I mean, look at the little matchstick.
You can do matchstick apples. You can do shoestring French fries for the kids. Just for a julienne for a salad like this, you see the difference is any solid fruit or vegetable won't mince. It comes out like it comes out in a stick. So you get perfect shoestring French fries. And by the way, if you want to try, here, I'm going to try this with an apple this time.
Okay.
And take a look at this. For the kids, for a healthy afternoon snack, you can't beat that. Look at that. Matchstick apples, perfect in uniform. You can't do that kind of work with a knife.
No, and here's the best thing, too, is that, you know, a knife can be dangerous. This is not dangerous. It comes with the hand guard. I've only got 1,500 of these to go around to whoever wants to grab them, but this is a must-have in the kitchen. You'll use this on a daily basis, especially those of you that are on any kind of special diet. You know, there's something about cutting food into sticks, vegetables, that makes it more palatable for most people, especially kids. Like Danny will eat little apple sticks, but he's not crazy about chunking down on a whole apple. But if you want to make the best French fries, sweet potato fries, you can do that without ever having to use a knife. These products are just amazing. And you know, as I said, comes from France. We use Mandolin Slicers. I had guys in the kitchen at my restaurant, and before we got it, they'd be down there chopping stuff by hand, and because we did stir fries, and they would be chopping. And it was the most time-consuming job we had was prep.
Oh yeah.
This is going to cut that prep time down to a absolute fraction, gang. I'm telling you. Look at this.
But now this is one setting, okay? Now that's one set of teeth. Now if I turn this again, okay, and adjust the depth, now you're going to get a super thin julienne, okay? Perfect for stir fries. Look how thin that is. But if you like it in between, don't worry. You can do that. Just give it one more twist. We'll adjust the depth of the slice, and look, you get that matchstick cut. Perfect for shoestring French fries or just for julienne for a salad. I mean, and it's just amazing for fruits and vegetables, this machine will do everything but the cooking.
Yeah,
really.
And it'll do your slices between 1 millimeter and 7 millimeters. So basically, you know, you can do real paper thin juliennes, or you can do them a little bit thicker. But I can't emphasize enough the consistency of this. You know, when you can take a tomato, and I wonder how many slices you could actually do with a tomato. If you really wanted to do it thin, you could make it paper thin. Now, here's an idea of the different style. That's a great demo there, John. Of the size of the slices, you can go from
they're
paper.
Super thin.
You can look. You can see your fingers right through there.
You can read through that, yeah.
Which is great. Or
a little thicker, a little thicker, a little thicker. Whatever style cooking you're doing, this machine will cut the food for that.
Yeah, it's great for that. But boy, as we said, if you just use it for onions or if you use it for tomatoes, tomatoes to me are one of the best things this cuts because they really are a challenge. Most people try to use a serrated knife. They still wind up beating it up. But you can do things that you would never even dream of doing with a knife. For instance, taking corn off the cob.
Is this how you do it?
Very difficult and a lot of waste when you do it that way.
I'll tell you. Yeah. If you've got a backyard garden and you freeze corn in the summertime when it's cheap, watch this. Lay the ear of corn down. Now, you can blanch it first. You can cook it. You can do it raw. Lay it down, and all you do is brush it through. Each time you brush it through there, you give it a little turn. It takes 4 or 5 rows of corn off the cob.
So much cleaner.
But the best part about this is you get all kernels of corn, but you don't get any cob in the corn.
Yeah.
And you waste nothing. Look at that. Perfect corn off the cob.
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy a machine all it would do is take corn off the cob. A corn stripper. Here you've got a corn stripper, a julienner, a chipper, a shredder, a French fry maker.
I mean, realistically, guys, look at this. You know how hard, and not only that, you'd never get this consistency with a knife. You would never have this perfect consistency. It's the same with the tomatoes, and I'll pull the tomatoes out of here and take a look. I mean, these are perfectly cut. So if you're making sandwiches, deli sandwiches, look at how ideal those are. Most people could never do that with a knife. I mean, I'd be challenged, and I have great knife skills, but I'd be challenged to have to make them. You'd never make them that perfect because you're basically cutting it identically every single time.
Well, watch this, because we're showing you a lot of different things that you can use the machine for. I mean, look at the mound of food here that we've got it done in what? A matter of minutes. Well, watch this. If the only thing you use it for is making scalloped potatoes or potatoes au gratin, homemade potato chips, if that's all you use it for, it's worth it for that one job that you're going to use it for at home, because you get those perfect uniform slices each and every time.
Yep. and often on vegetables that are really hard to slice. Like if you take a carrot, and I'll tell you, a carrot is always a challenge. Even for great chefs, a carrot is tough because it's a very hard vegetable, and it has a tendency to jump around when you're trying to cut it. I'll hand one to John, and I'll tell you, when you just want to do little carrot slices, you want to talk about easy? Look at this.
You want to nickel down carrots? Hey, listen.
I mean, come on.
Do beets. You can do your beets, carrots, apples, potatoes, pears. Any solid vegetable, brush it through the blade like this. Now, I want it to look at this. I'll hold this so you can see what's happening underneath there. Every slice comes out perfect and uniform.
Perfect every time.
And I'll tell you what, if you like for stir fries, if you don't want them nickeled down like that in perfect circles, run them through on an angle. Okay, you get the angle slice for the stir fry cooking. Watch this, because I mean it does way more work than you can do by hand with a knife. And everybody knows, guy, cooking doesn't take time. It's the preparation.
It's the preparation,
of the food that takes all the time.
Especially when you're doing stir fries. It takes about 3 minutes to cook the thing, and it takes about 30 minutes to prep everything.
That's absolutely
But listen, you're not limited. You can do any kind of vegetable that you can slice with a knife. You can do on here. You can do peppers. You can do cucumbers. You can do potatoes. I love it with the tomatoes. When you think about the corn on the cob, cabbages, salads. And I love this tool also because I think people have a tendency to eat healthier when they have this. Because one of the biggest problems, and I have a very close friend of mine who loves to eat vegetables and stir fries, but hates the prep.
Oh, absolutely.
And she won't do it because she doesn't want to deal with the mess and the cleanup. Because when you think about it, stuff goes everywhere. You've got to chop everything. You've got containers all over the place. It's so much easier when you've got a mandolin slicer. And don't forget, it also wanted to remind everybody that you also have a juicer on here.
Oh, sure.
And we can show everybody that feature. We're down to about 1 minute remaining. If you would like it, as I said, there's only about 1,300 or 1,400 of these to go around. One area. Show them the juicer, too.
Oh, sure.
I love this.
I'll tell you what.
You cut your fruit in half.
You take an orange, lemon, lime, or grapefruit, cut it in half like this, place this on the table, push it down over the top.
You got a lemon reamer.
All you do is twist it just like this. All the juice is gone from the inside. You take
pour it over your salads, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Lime over a fish dinner. Or you can do this over a salad or right into it. Hey, fresh orange juice squeezed in the morning.
Beautiful.
You can't beat that.
All right, you have your choice of turquoise. It comes in orange. It also comes in the blue color. Each one comes with the handguard, which also doubles as a citrus juicer. Remember, you can slice and dice everything from about 1 millimeter all the way up to 7. It slices, but remember, with the adjustable blades, with the turn of the handle, you can get the different style julienne as well. So really a brilliant thing to have in the kitchen. One of those great products, brand new. And by the way, the whole dang thing, pop it right in the dishwasher.
Absolutely.
No problem with cleanup. All right, John, thanks, buddy. I'm not going to shake your hand because it's full of cabbage, but thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure.
Helen's going to give you some information on the Spotlight, and then we're going to come back, and we've got the SodaStream Jet. Love that product coming up next.